Hello everyone, my name is Divay Miglani and I am going to take your new subject named as Auditing and Assurance. Yes, which belongs to CA Inter. Yes. So assurance is not basically a new word which we are going to we are going to discuss about. Assurance is something which was related to your daily life when you guys were doing your homeworks. Right. So whenever we do a particular task and the task is basically verified, and those things are basically verified, they are known as assurance. You guys tend to do a particular homework at your home, and after that, that homework was verified by the teacher. That verification is known as assurance that yes, the student, whatever the homework which the student has done, that is perfectly fine. That is all about assurance. Auditing and assurance, this is all about a very vital aspect where you guys are going to earn huge. Yes. The auditing fees for a particular organization that can range from 1 lakh to some crores. Yes. I'm going to show you audit fees of some of the companies as well. Now, talking about today's topic. So, I am going to take your subject named as Audit and Assurance. So, before starting further, can you guys please tell me, so you guys have basically seen a lot of movies. In every movie, what happens? A guy, that means a boy used to fall in love with a girl. I have never seen any vice versa situation where a girl has basically fallen in love with a boy. No, सारे लड़के ही बर्बाद हो रहे हैं सारे. अच्छा, now moving on to next. So after that, he is going to find out each and everything. He's going to find out each and everything related to this girl. That what she likes, what are her dislikes. Okay, how you are going to crack this. How you are going to crack her heart. Right? So all those stuff, this is all about, all these things is what we are going to discuss today. यही होता है ना, सब पता लगाता है इसके बारे में, क्या पसंद है क्या नहीं, कैसे इसका दिल में जीत पाऊंगा, है ना. चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. Now, moving on to next, my dear students, the next thing which we are going to talk about. How many of you know this guy? Do you guys know about him? Yes, he's Ishan Avasthi. Yes. Tare zameen par. So, he is Mr. Ishan Avasthi. So, Ishan Avasthi is basically an individual, right? And when it comes to Ishan Avasthi, they are the investors. Who has made investment on Ishan Avasthi? Who has made the investment? They have done the investment, sir. So can I call them as investors? Can I call them as investors? They are the people who have invested on that student. And can I call him as who is managing him? Who is taking care of that Ishan Avasthi throughout the day, throughout the months, throughout the years? Who is taking care of that? Who is working upon them? Sir, Nikum. Okay. So can I call him as management? Yes, we can call him as management. But on the same instance, a particular company works. So when it comes to a company, company has people who are owners. So, are they running the company on day-to-day business? No, they are not. Who is running the company on day-to-day affairs? Who is running Ishan Avasthi? Who is managing the task? Who is managing the work related to Ishan Avasthi? That is this management. Right, this management is taking care of each and everything. Acha. Wait. This is basically now for my students who belong to that Hindi medium. Or how many of you have selected your medium as English, and how many of you have selected it as Hindi? Sir, everybody who's sitting over here has selected their medium as English. Great. So great. And you guys need your classes in Hindi. Great. Marvelous. यही सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत है. पूरे भारत देश में एक बात लीक है कि अंग्रेजी तुम्हारी. So by this class, we are going to learn English as well, because everything is going to be in English. Right? So now, moving on to next. Let's talk about rest of the things. और बेटा एक और डायलॉग था, जिंदगी की एक ही सबसे बड़ी जंग है कि अंग्रेजी में अपना हाथ. So if you guys can understand whatever I have said till in the last 5 minutes, then great, you guys can take classes. Now, moving on to next. There's a company, and when it comes to any of the companies, every company do have, if you guys know about company law a little bit, every company does have some people who are investors, or who are the owners of company. The owners of company are known as shareholders. Shareholders are those people who have looped in their investment, who have basically invested their money into the company, right? After investing their money, now who is taking care of the investment which has been given by the shareholders? Now, this is taken care of by the management, or else we can call it as directors. Directors are the people who are responsible for the management of the company, and they are doing each and everything. So, beta, if who is taking care of day-to-day affairs? Day-to-day affairs are managed by management. Okay. So day-to-day affairs are managed by management. Great. So that means they will prepare accounts. The management is going to prepare accounts. Nah? If I am the management, I am going to tell each and everything that how much sales we have done, how much was the expenditure which has been incurred, how much was the depreciation, how much assets we have acquired. I am going to tell each and everything. So who is going to prepare the accounts? Management. Now what is the assurity? That these accounts are true? Whatever is required to be furnished to the investors, whatever we are going to furnish to the investors, they will believe it to be true. They will believe that the accounts are true. But what is the actual scenario? The accounts can be false. The accounts can be prepared with malified intention, right? There is a probability the income would have been a lower one, and that has been shown as a higher one. Window dressing, yes. Sales during the last year, they were only 1 crore, and they have shown into their accounts that the sales were 5 crore rupees. Expenditure was over there as 50 lakhs. They have shown the expenditure as 5 crore rupees. So the accounts can be true, they can be false. So for that, investors, there's a person over here. A person is appointed who is totally independent. An independent person is appointed. This independent person is going to verify, he is going to check accounts. Whatever the accounts which are prepared, they are going to be verified by an independent person who is known as auditor. Now he is going to check each and everything whatsoever is associated with the accounts, and after that auditor is going to give you a report. This report will be given, and after that the investors can easily believe that yes, the accounts are true. अब इनको क्या लगेगा कि जो खाते हैं इसमें कोई भी गड़बड़ नहीं है. So whatever basically the accounts which are prepared with the report of a third party named as auditor, the accounts would be believed that they are giving you a true and fair picture. ठीक है बेटा. Now moving on to next. You guys can pause over here, right, if you want to note. But meanwhile, into the first classroom, there is nothing like which you are going to note. So who is going to be an auditor? So my dear students, an auditor can be a chartered accountant only. Auditor, or you guys can call it as a statutory auditor, which you guys have covered into your company law starting from section number 139. Which refers to the last chapter of CA Inter, right? Auditor was the last chapter of the CA Inter, which clearly tells you that a chartered accountant only can be a auditor. There is nobody else, neither a company secretary nor a cost management accountant. They cannot be appointed as statutory auditor. Statutory auditor can only be a chartered accountant. Now this chartered accountant, if I talk about audit fee, he is appointed as auditor. Whatever he do is known as auditing. After his auditing, the shareholders get an assurity or assurance that yes, accounts are true. So that's why the name of the subject is audit and assurance. Now, apart from that, chalo mudde ki baat batata hu that how much you guys are going to earn from this audit. Let me show you. Wait. So beta, please look over here. Auditor remuneration and expenses. This is basically shown in your financial statement because they are expenses. Statutory auditor fees. Statutory auditor fees. This was over there in 2017 as 2. Sir, bas 2 rupaye? Nahi, look over here. All amounts in crores. So this was 2 crore rupees. This was 2 crore rupees. Right? This is not only the fee. After that, okay, they have reduced it in this year, and after that they have given them facilities. Fees for certification. There are other certifications which were there. Fees for other audit related services. Tax audit is also there. Now, how much is the total fees which has been charged by a chartered accountant for just merely doing an audit? Look over here. Sir, oh my God. This is 4 crore rupees which a chartered accountant has charged from Hindustan Unilever just to carry out the audit. So this is what we are going to learn. That how you are going to carry out the audit. Right? Great. Maza aa raha hai? Chale aage. I mean, whenever we used to come to know about such kind of monetary concerns, we guys are like, hey. Maza aa gaya sir. Maza aa gaya. Ab to matlab sir. So, chalo, let's go ahead. Let's talk about rest of the things. So, first of all, we are going to talk about the syllabus, that what are the things which are over there into your examination and how we are going to basically cover them. So beta, first of all, audit and assurance. You have a subject named as auditing and assurance, for which your institute has given you a couple of modules, and this module and this module, module 1 and module 2. This is going to be approximately for 50 marks and this is going to be for 50 marks. So the paper is going to be there for 100 marks, right? You are going to have a 100 marks paper, and after that this is going to be for 3 hours. This is going to be for 3 hours, right? Now, ab chalte hain us baat pe, where I am going to tell you those things which are very much important. Now we are going to write down the name of each and every chapter. When it comes to auditing assurance, we have module 1, we have module 2. Now let us start writing things. I am going to tell you that what are the likes for examiner. So as the boy was over there, he was over there engaged in figuring out that what that girl likes or what she basically does not like. So this is all about that what are the things which your examiner likes. So based upon basically a couple of examination papers, I am going to give you this scenario. So beta, when it comes to your examination, auditing and assurance. Auditing and assurance. For this auditing and assurance, the very first chapter which we are going to talk about is nature. What is going to be the nature? What is going to be the scope? What is going to be the objective of audit? Why you are carrying on? Why the audit is supposed to be carried on? Why the audit is supposed to be carried on? We are going to learn the things over here. Right. Apart from that, from this chapter, beta, 2 marks objective question plus 5 marks subjective question is going to be there. 2 marks for objective question, 5 marks is going to be for subjective question, and overall it is going to be there for 7 marks into your examination. When it comes to the second part, after that we are going to basically talk about carrying on audit. You are getting paid amount in crores, and this is going to be basically a narrow task. No. In order to carry out this kind of audit, it requires a lot of time, it requires a lot of people, it requires a lot of efforts as well. So audit plan, audit strategy, what is the appropriate audit strategy, what is the appropriate audit plan, and what is the appropriate audit program. So this is going to be for 5 marks. And no objective question is there, right? So after that, the third chapter, audit documentation and evidence. So if we talk about audit, what kind of documents are required to be carried on? What are the documents which you are using? You are going to furnish a report on the basis of the financial statements, books of accounts, journal, ledgers, vouchers, whatsoever is over there. So what are the documents and what are the things which are known as evidence? Right. So evidence. From this chapter, you will receive approximately 4 marks for objective questions, or that can be true false, and the total of 10 marks is going to be for subjective, and this is going to be for 14 marks. So again, a like from examiner's point of view. Right. So beta, overall, look over here. It's for 100 marks, but you will be getting your paper for 120 marks along with choice questions. Right. You'll be getting it for 120 marks along with the choice questions. So audit documentation and evidence. Apart from that, risk assessment and control. Risk assessment and control. So what are the various risks which are involved while carrying on auditing? Right. So this is again going to be 4 marks for objective questions, 15 marks is for subjective questions, and this is overall going to be for 19 marks. Right. Now, moving on to chapter number 5. Fraud and responsibilities of auditor. Fraud and responsibilities of auditor. So if I talk about this, in the last examination, if I am going to tell you guys about this, there was no question from this. But this is not, an assurity that the questions are not going to be from this chapter. The pattern does not remain same throughout the life. It changes. Yes, it changes. If a question has not been asked from this chapter in your attempt, it is going to be from there. So for sure, we are going to cover this chapter also, right? Fraud and responsibilities. After that, please pause over here, beta. You guys can pause over here. Please pause. Yeah. So now, moving on to next point number 6, which talks about auditing in automated environment. Auditing in automated environment. What does this mean? Auditing in automated environment means computerized environment. Because at present, you guys must have heard about, there are a lot of advertisements on TV which talks about the accounting software, the business which manages your accounting and your business. A software which manages your accounts and your business as well. So there are a lot of softwares. It's not like the previous or old age times or the earlier times when things were over there. We used to prepare a particular ledger. Things were over there as books were basically made now. Now we have basically computerized systems. You guys will basically, first of all, you will start working upon Tele. Yes. After that, depending upon the software which the organization is using, that can be ERP, that can be SAP. Depending upon which kind of organization, which kind of software organization is using, you guys will switch on to that. If I talk about this chapter, this is going to be for 5 marks and no objective question is there. Right. For 7th chapter, audit sampling. Audit sampling. So if I'm going to tell you guys about auditing, so I'm going to check each and every voucher, or else maybe there is a probability that throughout the year, the company would have done 10 lakh transactions. Sir, 10 lakh transactions. Yes, let us take McDonald's. If I tell you about per day, for 1 day transaction, these are going to be multiple. There are going to be thousands of transactions at one store. But when it comes to, there are multiple stores. There are 150. So they are going to be more than 1,50,000 transactions per day. Throughout the year, they are going to be in crores. So you are going to fetch out each and every transaction, or you are going to do a sample auditing. Right. So this is again going to be in your examination for 5 marks. Then it's going to be for analytical procedure. What are the various analytics which are involved into auditing? These are just the names of chapter beta. I'm not telling you guys anything apart from this. So whatever the details which are over there, 2 marks are going to be objective, 5 marks subjective, and 7 marks is going to be the total weightage for this chapter. Right? So this is all about the module 1. Your module 1 consists of 8 chapters and your module 2 will consist of only 4 chapters. Please pause over here. Done. Now moving on to next. So if I talk about module 2 again is going to be in your examination for 50 marks, and the 9th chapter is auditing of items of financial statements. Again, one of the most important chapters, financial statements. This chapter is there into your examination approximately for 20 marks. Financial statements. What are financial statements? So financial statements, as per section 2 subsection 40 of Companies Act, talks about that financial statement includes profit and loss account, cash flow statement and balance sheet, right? And cash flow, profit and loss account, balance sheet and cash flow statement, right? And basically, as you guys know, that for a small company the cash flow statement is not included into financial statements, small company or OPC, right? Now moving on to the next topic, which is again one of the most important topics, is company audit. So in company audit, we guys will be talking about the company audit, and here this is going to be in your examination for 20 to 22 marks. Out of this, what you will find that 4 marks are over there as a part of objective questions and 18 marks are over there as a part of subjective questions, and this is going to be approximately for 22 marks. So make sure that in chapter number 9 and chapter number 10, you guys are not going to leave these chapters. These are really important, right? Next is audit report. Audit report. So audit report, beta, is just like budget. You guys tend to don't know about that every year with the Finance Act, you guys tend to have changes. You guys tend to have changes into your taxation. Just like that, the audit report for every year, they tend to have a specified criteria, right? So for every year, the audit report phenomena changes. Yes, for every year, the audit report phenomena is going to change. That how the auditor is going to draft his report, that basically changes. Now, moving on to next, the audit report, this is going to be approximately 2 marks for objective questions, 5 marks for subjective questions, and this is going to be altogether for 7 marks. Right, after that, this is going to be 11 and 12. Audit of banks. Audit of banks. Sir, banks, yes, these SBI, PNB, ICICI, these are banks, and how the audit of banks is supposed to be carried out. Plus other type of entities. Other type of entities over here refers to association of persons that can be in form of society, trust, right? After that, partnership firms, that how this is all together going to be carried on. This mixing both of them, this will give you approximately 10 to 12 marks. So beta, this is all about the likes and the dislikes. First of all, now please pause over here. Moving on to the next part, which is again considered one of the most vital aspects for your examination. Please pause over here. Now, first of all, what is really important these days where a student lacks is the presentation of your answers. First of all, you guys have to figure out what the question which has been placed against you guys. So if you are understanding a particular thing wrong, you cannot present it right. I have placed the question that what is your name? You are saying that, sir, I am pursuing CA. What the hell? I mean, that is also right, but you should answer the question which I have raised. Otherwise, that is going to be totally void. Yes. That is going to be totally void. That is going to be of no use absolutely in case if what he is saying, what the question is saying, unless you have understood it properly, that thing is not going to work. Right? You have to understand the question properly. If the understanding is clear, the presentation is clear. Right? So with each and every question, basically with each and every concept, I am going to tell you that how the question from this concept is going to come, or else how you are going to present it. Right? So we'll be developing questions along with each and every concept. Okay. Anything else? If you guys have any else rest of the questions, you guys can basically ask me. You will be given an email, and after that, moreover, you will also be given a particular contact number as well, which can be dialed sometimes. Yes, which can be dialed sometimes. Now, bye-bye, take care. Take care of yourself. We'll catch you in next class. We'll catch you in directly over there at the first chapter. And I'll also try basically to give you guys the revision summary notes. Yes, revision summary notes, yes, which you guys can refer at the examination point of view. Yes, over there you need not to refer your whole book. You guys can refer just the summary notes. That is going to be sufficient. Right? So bye, take care of yourself. We'll catch you in classes. Bye.